Hello, it's Joe and welcome to 2019. This will be my first video of the year. I hope you had an amazing Christmas and an amazing New Year. So, today I'm going to be doing my 300 subscribers Q&A. I haven't filmed a video in about a month, and when I uploaded that video I had 240 subscribers-ish, and I now have 380. So in like 1 month I've gained like 140 subscribers-ish, and that's insane. It was largely due to Cindy from Read with Cindy shouting me out in her video, which was amazing. Thank you again, Cindy, if you're watching this. So I put out a tweet asking for questions and a lot of lovely people obliged. So without further ado, let's get right into the questions. First question comes from Ashley Faith, and that is, what is my YouTube guilty pleasure? I honestly don't think I have one. Like, there aren't any videos that I watch that I would really feel guilty about. However, one that is kind of controversial-ish is Zoella. I love Zoella's videos and I've been watching her for years and years, and yeah, I guess she could be my guilty pleasure, but I don't really feel guilty about watching her, but hey ho. And the other question that Ashley Faith asked is, what is my favourite book to film / TV adaptation? I actually have a whole video on my favourite book to film adaptations, but one that has came into my life since putting out that video is The Hate U Give. If you haven't heard of The Hate U Give, what rock have you been living under? But basically it's a book by Angie Thomas about like the Black Lives Matter movement and police brutality, that kind of thing, and I love the book so much, and it was recently adapted into a film, and I went to see it on my own and cried for like the entire 2 hours. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. Like, it was a mess. And then I went to watch it again like the week after and cried again, not for the whole time, but you know, still cried. But yeah, that's definitely up there. Other than that, I would say Catching Fire from the Hunger Games trilogy. That is an amazing adaptation in my opinion. The next set of questions come from Ashley from Lacubeo, and the first question is top 3 worst movies / books / shows you ever watched / read. That's like, I could take a long time answering that question, so I'm just going to give 1 movie, 1 book and 1 TV show. Worst film I've ever watched doesn't really exist, or at least the fandom pretends it doesn't, and that is the Avatar: The Last Airbender live action remake. What the fuck's that? Honestly, trash. I also really don't like Ted. I know everyone loves that, but I really hate that film. Worst book, I would say, off the top of my head, Nod, and I can't for the life of me remember who the author was. Maybe I'll put the name here or something, but that was like really bad. Did not like that at all. And TV show, to be honest, I don't really watch any TV shows that I think are bad, obviously, because why would I watch something that I didn't like? But one exception I can think of is actually The Walking Dead. I used to love The Walking Dead, like the first few seasons, and then it got like really, really not good for several seasons, and recently it started picking back up again. But no matter how bad it gets, I continue to watch it because I've spent that many hours watching it that I just need to know what happens in the end. And so, yeah, Walking Dead. Next question from Ashley Lacubeo is, if you were given the opportunity to travel through time once for 1 hour and change anything you want, would you do it, and what would you change? I would not do it. If I've learned one thing from watching Doctor Who over the years, it's you should never ever change the past, and so no, I would not do it. And her last question is, what are 3 things you love about me? Okay, so first thing I love about you, Ashley, is you introduced me to The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina on Netflix, which is now one of my favourite shows, so that's one. 2, I love that you're older than me and I can call you an old woman. That's great. And 3, I love how you are always right in an argument. No matter what argument you have on Twitter, you're always in the right. So congrats on that. Moving on. Next set of questions come from my friend Tom from TJ Reads the Stars. First question is favourite book cover. I don't really have one, I don't think. I really like the cover of Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. I would get it up to show you, but I'm actually using it to balance my phone on, so no. But I actually have a video on beautiful book covers. It's sort of a haul of books that have beautiful book covers, so I would go with any of them as well. I really like those. Tom's next question is, which house in Westeros would you swear fealty to? And I actually have thought about this before, and it would be the Tyrells. They seem to be the most open-minded house in terms of people being different and stuff like that. And also I love Olenna Tyrell, the Queen of Thorns. Like, she is my fave, so I would love to be in her house. Next question from Tom is, what is a fictional character that you wish you could be? And I don't really know. Like, I kind of wish I could be someone from the world of His Dark Materials so that I could have a demon companion. That would be really cool. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. I don't have anyone specific in mind, but I'm just going to say anyone from that world, or just be myself in that world and have my own demon. That'd be cool. Next question from Tom is, what is my dream job? The dream is to publish a book or book series and be super rich from it and just continue writing books for the rest of my life. That would be great. Probably not going to happen, but I can dream. And Tom's last question, and this is such a Tom question, what is the meaning of life? Sorry Tom, but I'm one of those people who thinks that life doesn't really have a meaning. I'm just here to enjoy it while it lasts. Next set of questions come from Tabby from Keeping Tabs, and the first one is, if you could be any if you could be any fictional character, who would you want to be? I've already answered that question from Tom. So next question from Tabby is, have you met any of your favourite authors? I've met Becky Albertalli, Adam Silvera and Tomi Adeyemi. All were very nice. I wouldn't call them like my favourite authors, but like they're authors that I like. I don't really have a favourite author, to be honest, but I really like those 3 and they were great to meet, so yeah. Next question is, who or what is your favourite non-K-pop music artist? And I'm really glad you asked that, because recently I've been listening to nothing but Chloe and Halle, and I love their music so much. If I remember, I'll link like their Spotify page or whatever down in the description so you can check it out. You've probably already heard of them, to be honest, because I think I was quite late on the hype train, but I'm here now and I love them a lot. Also Beyonce, but like, obviously. Tabby's next question is, do you believe in aliens? And yes I do. Next question is, what is my favourite TV show? My favourite TV show is Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's everything to me. But honourable mentions to Game of Thrones, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, Friends and Charmed. And Wentworth Prison. I love all those, but Avatar is like number 1. And Tabby's last question is, can you speak any other languages? And if you could learn a new one, which would it be? I can't speak fluently in any other languages. I studied French for several years and have not kept up with it, and so I'm kind of like mediocre at French, I would say, but I wouldn't say that I could speak it. And French would definitely be the one that I would learn if I could learn any, because I'm already halfway there anyway, or maybe not halfway, but I'm like on the road. So yeah, French. Next question comes from Hope from SS Hope, and her question is, if you could make up a country, what continent would it be on and what would you call it? Continent wise, probably Europe. I know that's really boring, but I would say like Southern Europe, so that the weather's always really good. As to what I would call it, I have no idea. I'm really bad at coming up with names on the spot, so I have no idea for that one. Sorry. Next set of questions come from Courtney from Court the Bun. First one is, what is my least favourite series that I've read? And I'm going to go with the Maze Runner trilogy. The first book I actually did like, but the other two I hated, so that kind of drags the whole trilogy down for me. So yeah, that's my least favourite series that I've read so far. Courtney's next question is, do you have any pets? And I'm so glad you asked, because someone actually asked this in my last Q&A, I think, and I love an opportunity to show off my dog, so one sec. Yeah. This is my dog, Ron. He's very sleepy. But I love him so much. And this is the only pet that I have at the minute. Say hello. No, he wants to get down. Sorry. He's tired. Courtney's last question is, if you could change one thing in the past or make one thing occur in the future, which would you pick? I would not change the past, as I've already said, so I would make one thing occur in the future. Not sure what the one thing would be, but that's the one I would choose out of the two. Next question comes from J.L. Todd, the Diction Puppeteer, and their question is, what character or characters do you have a crush on? I don't. Don't think I've ever had a crush on a book character. Nope, never. So, sorry. Next question comes from Maylish Reads, and their question is, what is my favourite book in a series of unfortunate events? I haven't read the books in a long time, and I really want to, actually, so if you want to buddy read them with me, like, I'm down for that. But I did watch the Netflix adaptation the last few days, and I loved it so much. And my favourite episode of that was the Hostile Hospital episodes, so I will say that book. However, as I say, I've not read it in a while, so maybe that'll change when I actually reread them. Next set of questions come from Kevin from Storyglyph, and first one is, who is my favourite booktuber? I don't have like number one, but Hannah from A Clockwork Reader, Emma from Emma Books, and Kat from Paperback Dreams are like my three faves, and I can't decide between the three of them, so please don't make me. Next question from Kevin is, do I want kids? And the answer to that right at this moment in time is no. That might change in the future once I stop acting like a kid myself. But at this moment in time, I do not want kids, and I don't see myself wanting kids in the future. Kevin's next question is, what is my dream job? And I did answer that earlier, so it was to be a very successful author. And Kevin's last question is, who are my favourite K-pop artists? BTS is like my number one. Pentagon, G-Idol or Idol, CLC, VIX, 21, RIP, Brave Girls, Luna, NCT, Ladies Code, Wikimiki, IOI, RIP. They're the only ones that I can think of off the top of my head, but I would love for more people to check out my favourite K-pop artists. So if I remember, I'm going to link the Spotify pages of all of my faves in the description. So if you want to check those out, please do. And the next and last set of questions come from Chloe from Books with Chloe. The first question Chloe's asked is, thoughts on Legend of Korra? I love Legend of Korra, Chloe. The first season is really solid, really good. I don't think there's anything that I didn't enjoy about it. It was like a bit of a, change from the original series. However, it is still really good and I would highly recommend it. The second season is honestly not the best. If I had to rank all the seasons of Avatar, Aang's seasons and Korra's seasons, Book 2 of Legend of Korra would be right at the bottom. Book 3 of Legend of Korra would be right at the top alongside Book 3 of The Last Airbender and Book 2 of The Last Airbender. Book 3 of Legend of Korra is amazing and it's worth watching seasons 1 and 2 just for Book 3, to be honest. I mean, as I say, I liked season 1 anyway, but it's worth, ploughing through season 2 just to get to season 3 because it's amazing. And then Book 4 I really enjoyed as well. It's like Book 1, it's really solid, but I would say it's not quite as good as Book 1 and definitely not as good as Book 3. But overall, Legend of Korra is really good and you need to watch it because you need more Avatar in your life. And the last question is, who is my second favourite character in Avatar The Last Airbender? And she's put in brackets, I'm guessing Katara is your favourite. Yes, Katara is my favourite. She is everything to me. In terms of second favourite character, I don't know. I really like Aang and I actually relate to him quite a lot. But I also really love Toph. And then there's Iroh as well. I'm going to go with Toph. I really like her sense of humour and attitude. And she's a badass. And she's great. So I'm going to go with Toph. And those are all of the questions for my 300 subscriber Q&A. Thank you so much to everyone who's subscribed to me. And to those of you who came from Cindy's video and checked me out and liked me enough to subscribe, thank you so much, it means a lot. I do plan on filming all of my 2018 wrap-up videos at some point in the next week or so. However, you never know what happens. But they will come eventually, so please look forward to that. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a like or a thumbs up if you did. And if you think you like more of my videos and you're not subscribed already, make sure to click that subscribe button below. My Twitter and my Goodreads pages are linked below in the description. And yeah, I hope you're having an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.